And Mike, you made it. Don't fall down the stairs, buddy. Grab your bag. You grab your bag?
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice, right?
That was nice, dude. So we got on the plane. What was the temperature, you think? Like 30 degrees?
30 degrees.
Yeah. Now it's a solid, what, 70 something?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit humid.
It is humid.
We'll talk about your travel day once we get in the car.
All
but
right.
we arrived, heading in. The car should be out front. And Alan thought we were meeting him at 11 a.m.
He's been sitting there all day.
It's now 7 o'clock, but he's been sitting there all day. So we sent him on a couple errands, go to alcohol and some other stuff.
Yeah, that's all right.
And yeah, so we're heading in now. The car should be out front. Got all the jets hanging out here, and that's it. What do we have? What's out here, Mike?
Got some palm trees.
Palm trees.
And nothing's covered in snow.
No.
Nice.
And we got the car. We got, I think, the TIG one. I think it's this one. We got to check the gas cap for the key, Mike. See the keys in the gas cap. We got a key in the gas cap?
Yes, we do.
We got a key in the gas cap.
Yes, we do.
Unlock this baby. Pop the trunk here. So from there, so right into the car.
All right. That was easy.
And now we got to go find Alan. That'll be
That's
the hard
a whole
part.
nother adventure.
That's a whole nother adventure. Throw this in here. All right, let's close it down. Let's go. So we finally got in the car. It's 7 o'clock. Mike, tell us how your day started today and where we are now.
Well, I spent all weekend wrapping a car. Got up this morning, finished the bumper on the car, and then literally went from doing that, ran home to shower quick, and got on the plane. Here we are.
Yeah, and so we are in Boca Raton, Florida. Took off from New York, and we're here now. So we're going to meet up with Alan at 7 o'clock. We're probably going to work till at least 10 o'clock tonight. We basically have 24 hours, Mike, right, to wrap most of a car.
Yeah, to get a bunch of stuff done.
And then put a piece limo together too as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the limo.
Yeah. So we have Ryan from Galarb. He's going to come help us with that job. So anyway, we are heading out now and head over to the shop. Oh, all right, Mike, we're close. Uh-oh, Tyler, this one's for you. We talked about what hat Alan had on and what color car he was driving. Take a left in here, Mike. I think the car is here for you, Tyler. I know you're going to laugh when you're editing this.
Wait, what car is it?
Alan posted a picture last night of a matching, or take a left, and a matching hat.
Oh, there it is, I see it.
Ah, there it is, Tyler, coming up on it.
There she is.
Park right next to it. It's got the Corvette. And we're at the shop. Performance Tech Motorsports. Mike, we made it.
All right, we did it.
We made it. It is 7 o'clock on the dot, which is what we told Alan we were going to be here. So actually pretty good on time. Mike's on time. Oh, you got Simonize right next door too.
All right.
Put them right in there. Simonize and Performance Tech. Let's go. Let's go check out what we're going to get ourselves into, Mike. Let's see what's going to happen. All right, Mike, we made it.
All right, we're here.
1,300 miles or some odd miles later. Heading in. Go ahead, after you.
Thank you, sir.
In the race shop. What's up? We made it.
Yo!
He's been here since 9 a.m. Here he is, 9 a.m.
One time in my entire life.
Hey, I sent it
I'm
though.
not on a
I
text.
sent it. How's it going?
What's happening?
Good to see you.
Bryce.
Hey, Bryce.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you. There's the shop.
No, Tyler.
No Tyler. Tyler's home. Tyler's got medical issues going on. We'll talk about that later. So that's it. You want to give us a tour, or? Can you give us a tour?
Yeah, man. Brent's the best to give you the tour. He's had a long day too.
We haven't worked in a race shop in a long time. I think since we did Santino's race car, it's the last time we've been in the race shop. This is the project here, right?
That's it. Yep.
Monsters.
Let's see, Alan, come on. No one's seen this yet, Alan, either, right?
Nope.
Here she is.
This is going to be the really fun rappy part.
That's that guy right there.
I've been thinking about that for a month.
So tell us a little bit about it, Alan, before we get cranking here.
This car is so rare that you can't even get a real number on how many of them were made. There were either 33 or 39 R spec for racing only, and either 20 or 24 S spec street legal.
Wow.
Once. The carbon tub on this car, the chassis, was so good. This is a 2004 car, so they designed it 2002-3. Still won Super GT championships and races 2009, 2013, 2014, 10, 11 years later. Just keep developing the suspension and the motor, but the chassis is so good. And there's 9 left that they're thinking of doing an updated. The original guys are still around.
I mean, this thing's in flawless condition too. It's great. The paint on it's perfect on it.
Yeah, the guy who owned this car, late Bill Mazzetti, was like a legend in offshore powerboat racing, and had a one of the 2006 Ford GTs,
yep,
with the Heritage livery similar to this, and that's why this car came out of the factory looking like this. It's the only Mosler that was ever produced that's not in a solid color, because he wanted it to be like a match set with his Heritage Ford.
This is it. So I've seen the design. Mike's seen a little bit of the design, but the real design's in Alan's head, not on the paper. So that's what everybody has to know. Is
well, the number one thing is you know, on the Heritage, right? It looked great to have that ribbon stripe.
Right.
Looked just like the Le Mans cars. That is the Heritage they're talking about, you know.
Yep.
And if this was a Porsche 917 from 1971 that we were restoring, it would be great to have just that straight ribbon.
line, right?
But how someone could say, all right, we want to make them happy, but ignore the fact that you've got this butterfly of louvers here,
right?
And just slam down the middle of it. The back of this car looks like an 812 Competizione Ferrari, completely louvered in the back, or some STO, whatever. Same thing. They didn't hug the louvers. They just made a line down the middle of it. So it looks cool when you see it because, well, race car.
Right.
And everybody loves this color livery. But it's going to look a lot cooler when we're done.
A lot cooler. A lot cooler. So I know we got some vinyl that's actually matches pretty close to this. Now that I look at this color, it's pretty
What's funny
pretty
is,
close.
you know, it was so hard to see what the match really was, because this...
How is that orange compared to the orange?
This is the 3M burnt. This
Okay.
is not the 3M deep gloss.
And we got the deep gloss, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be brighter than this.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Because even though we don't really live in a fluorescent world,
right,
this kind of looks brown.
Yeah, yeah, in a certain light, right.
You look down here,
right.
You would never pick this and be like, wow, what a gorgeous orange.
Yeah, you're right. You're saying that. Yeah, right down in the shade versus up on the top.
And so even this.
So that's a better match, probably, right?
Brighter.
Yep.
But would have been a match.
Right.
But we bit the bullet and said,
well, we're covering all this anyway.
If we're not going to be perfect, then how much is it to really just do the rocker around the bottom with this, which is the brighter. I have no idea how it's going to look rolled out, but you can just see the difference between the two. And it's funny because when was looking at this going like, what's the purple for?
Right.
Because even looking here right now, even sensitizing and saying the word purple,
right,
you look over at the car and they look like black stripes.
Right. Yeah, you're right. And then when you go up, when you get up super close, I mean, even in the yeah, I can see a little bit of purple there. Right.
That it's even purple.
Well, I think what we do first, Mike, is grab that blue tape and start laying some stuff out with Alan to see where we want to start laying some certain lines and stuff like that, right? And then let's go do that. Kind of work from there. Alan, so what we're gonna do, I think what we do is take the blue tape, have Mike lay some lines down, so we can kind of start designing what we, where you want to go with the lines on it, and we can work from there,
Yeah, the hard part, the greenhouse.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, this car was actually the first one of the 20-something. I think this was like the 14th built that has windows that go up and down.
These are
that are glass like a real car.
Right.
The rest have just a mail slot or plexiglass.
Even looking at this, now that I look at this, doesn't look like it would be. It would almost kind of curve around with the material when you go on it a little bit. You have to stretch it a little bit, but I think you can do that. With the newer stuff, the newer windshield film, you can pull it and get that curve out of it. The old stuff definitely wouldn't have worked on that. So that's a plus. All right, well, let's start laying it out.
Yeah.
All right, Alan, this is your time to shine.
Absolutely. This car in black or a dark color, right? This doesn't look so bad, right? It just, you look at everything else, When I've seen them now, finding one in white, guy did like a 24 hours of Le Mans tribute livery, Swiss guy, and he did exactly what I wanted to do, which is to make this all in black. So
it looks like a full window, you know what I mean?
When I was talking to you on the phone, and you were like, well, if this isn't doing anything, we can just go right over it.
Right, we'll go right over this, make it so it's all black. And it's flat anyway, so he's gonna go,
And
let's
the
go
other
flush
side
right
is
in here.
asymmetrical. The other side has a fuel filler instead of that little window.
So more like coming, you know, coming across here, your orange will butt up to that, and then we're gonna seam it with the purple will be the seam sealer down.
Okay.
The black and the orange will be that. This purple will end up seaming it. We're gonna go. There's nothing here, so this is flat. We're gonna go right over all that.
So the good thing is this car really lives on. Very popular in Forza.
I can't wait till this thing's back up in the Northeast.
Oh yeah.
Get it on the track at home.
And so we were able to get.
Show Mike the designs on there. You have pretty good pictures of them on your phone too, I know.
Well, we were able to get, you know, the proper schematics, everything to scale, right?
So that's
and
what
so
we're going for.
It's very subtle
With the
to
black
look
right
there
yeah.
and see what's black and what's purple.
Oh, okay.
But he really did it. He really did it
So you
right.
see where it's black here, and then the purple comes through, and then we're gonna run that down, and then
And it would have been
so
impossible.
black pretty much in here.
For the $25 to buy the slot car template, it was I think well worth our while. But here, this really just shows you, you know, why we're here and what we're doing. Because that purple goes right into the A pillar.
Right.
It makes so much sense. The butterflies aren't being chopped down the middle.
Right. So it's pretty much run over, and then I think on the back you showed Alan where we're gonna come down along here where we're gonna seam it back into it.
Instead of just this,
Right.
you know, it was simple what they did, and I'm sure the whole thing was an accommodation because, like I said, they didn't have a custom livery program.
Right.
It was pick one of these, you know, 37 RAL colors or whatever.
And then this is staying away. So we're just gonna lay over this with the new orange, right? Lay the stripe on top of that. We're going on top of that, right? So these,
Correct.
that's gonna stay the way it
And
is,
that
right?
just reminded me.
It would be nice if you had this in a purple on top of that, which we can do. I mean, I can always mail them down to you. You can stick them on.
Exactly.
It's not a big deal. You know, I can measure those and make those when we get back.
Yep, we
So
will.
let's do that. We'll measure those while we're down here too. Because I was, you know, there's another thing, Alan, I was thinking of actually when we walked around back here. You have it on the back too. This would look really sweet and orange on the back. Or if we did it like the seats with the MT, and then maybe, you know, well, you can't because this is a blue background, so you have to do it all in orange.
It's KO though, right?
Yeah, it's a carbon, so that's actually carbon through the blue over the top of it.
I'm okay with that.
Cool.
Look how even this match.
I know. So
came
this is
out
actually,
perfect.
this is all carbon fiber car, but this is painted over the carbon fiber. Yes,
That's right.
Yeah.
Everything is
Everything's carbon fiber, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and the 900.
Yeah.
The reason this is called a
The S,
MT900.
yes. So why is
right?
it S, right?
Mosler Technologies 900 is for kilograms.
Gotcha.
The goal of this was for the car to weigh exactly 900 kg. So 2.2 times that is like 2,046 pounds or something.
Yeah.
As if it was like an LMP2
Right.
lightest weight prototype.
Prototype, yeah.
And I think they missed it by 100 pounds only, 160 pounds.
Yeah.
So this thing has a C6 Corvette drivetrain
Yep.
in it. But a Corvette weighs, by the time you got to a C6, was already 3,200 pounds
Right.
or something.
Right.
This car weighs 2,160.
Cool.
And we have the crate motor
Right.
that's
That's
7-liter
Yes.
supercharged.
Yep.
That puts out close to 700 horsepower.
Right.
That you may put in Connecticut.
Yep.
6 months from now.
6 months from
we
now.
decide that
That'll
it's
be a
just-
separate video.
Just not fast
That'll be a
enough.
separate one.
Exactly.
All right, Mike, let's start laying the blue tape down the hood and let's get some lines run. All right, we got the orange vinyl here. That's gonna go on the wheel. I'm gonna start this. It's like 7:30. Mike's trying to restart the motors over here after wrapping and doing nothing for 5 hours. We're gonna start working on where we laid the lines here. Mike's gonna start tackling the top of it tonight so we can get some of this done. I'm gonna tackle the rims and we'll watch the clock and see where we get. But awesome car. Definitely a cool project we get to hear. This race shop's awesome. Tomorrow we'll try to get a tour of all the race cars. They have the carbon tubs and all these pieces on the wall. Fudge, you got the BMW for you right there. Yeah, pretty cool cars here. So we'll try to do a tour of this tomorrow. But anyway, let's spend some time on this tonight, see where we get. We're working. We got the wing done already in purple. See it already. Doing the end planes here in orange. Mike, Alan's flying the drone here. Okay, where is it? Oh, there it is, right there. Right there. Let me find the drone. Get photography. Mike's playing the knifeless out. We got pretty much the top part here. You can see the difference in the orange color. That's the vibrant orange to this is the bright one. It's a little bit of a darker, so we're gonna go with the brighter color. So that's getting laid on now. And then come over here, show you we got the blue line laid out already. And Mike's laying the knifeless down over here. And we're basically gonna run the orange all the way down the spine. So this is gonna be all orange in here, and then that'll be purple and black over here. So it's like, I don't even think that's that late yet. It feels late, but I don't think it is.
I thought I was over this hump in my career, but I'm not.
No, we're not. Race car life. All right, Mike. One of the biggest pieces going on late in the evening.
Yeah, like 10 o'clock at night. I was dated. What is it, Wednesday?
Monday.
It is Monday.
It's Monday. It's because you worked all weekend, Mike.
Oh, no, it is.
I'm putting this big one on. So this is the one with all we were talking about. It has all the spines on the back. There's about 20 vents in there. So we'll check back in a little bit. All right, Alan, 10:30. I know you've been here since 9 this morning.
Yeah, I screwed up.
It's 10:30. We did get some done. We got the wing done tonight. The M planes. We got one wheel done.
My dad used to say, even smart chickens their feathers. You know, it happens.
It happens, right? It happens to the best of us. And we got pretty much the top and the whole spine.
It's like a different body.
It is a different body.
The lines have completely changed.
Yeah.
It's
pretty amazing looking, really.
It looks 10 years more modern. Which makes sense because that stripe was only done that way to match the previous owner's heritage special edition Ford GT.
Right.
That just comes with that 1970s straight
ribbon down stripe, that's
right
it.
Through it.
Right through
so
the middle.
As a pair of bookends, they were mind-blowing at a Cars and Coffee. And that was his thing and literally what he was known for.
And we're not done. This is part of what we're doing.
But you know, there's a reason that the few photos we can find of the 30 that were built for endurance racing all follow the lines that we're doing now.
Yeah.
They're not all great, but at least they all
But
recognize.
this is gonna be still one of one, Alan, right? So once this is all done with the vinyl and the wheels, it'll be a one of one at that point, really, design, right? Because
I mean, a one of one, yeah, because the only cars, the 19 other street cars were all just painted a solid color and remain. I've seen the registry, know every single one.
Yep.
Acid green, black, white.
Acid green is a nice color, though.
Yeah, that was the first one.
That's a nice color.
That, George Lucas.
That's a nice
the
color.
Famous filmmaker, got #1
with the acid green,
and was down here at the time. A lot of celebrities had places in Miami for 10 years or so. Sylvester Stallone, Cher, everybody had a Miami place as South Beach was going crazy.
Yeah.
And he had the first one off the assembly line. Was at every fashionable place all over Miami, and then the owner of the company, Warren Mosler, took the second one off also in acid green because he saw how much press and how everybody was flipping over the acid green one that George Lucas had picked and specified. So he copied Lucas for #2, and you see the pair of them parked.
I'm gonna have to look those up. I have to take a look at those.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Because you would just come out, you think of the year is 2004, 20 years ago.
With that color.
Ferraris weren't that cool 20 years ago.
You're right.
They got cool again.
Yeah.
But like right after that.
And that color out there sticking out too.
But you know, down here in front of, you know, every place, things were a little bit less congested 20 years ago here, less developed. Every place was like LA had a cool valet in front for 20 bucks or 40. You'd park up, you know, they'd leave it on the curb in front of the places. So every place was a car show, much more than it is now, where after spring break,
and it's $100 to park on a curb.
You can't even drive a car on Ocean Drive anymore, let alone park and show off.
Yeah.
So it's really from like, you know, that was a moment in time that was that this thing was really, you know, popping eyeballs. This, you have to mention in the same breath, the Celine S7.
Yes.
The two cars looked like they were cousins in every way.
Yep.
Only the engine was different.
So there it is. So this hasn't been touched yet. That's laid down there. The roof in the back has been done. Mike's ready for food in bed. Stress eat and go to bed. It's been a long day, Mike.
Long day.
Long day.
Long week.
You know it's a long week when Mike thinks it's Wednesday today.
I had no idea what time it was. Or what day it was.
It's Wednesday today. Is it Wednesday? By all rights, if you work Saturday and Sunday, today would be Wednesday.
It would be Wednesday, yeah, you're right.
I understand lighting, but it's going to live in part for the rest of lighting too, and look at the same ground. Yeah. So, just
got the wheel wraps. So we did that tonight too, which looks awesome on there.
One eternity later.
All right, just leaving the shop. Alan's in front of us in the Corvette. He's out where he is, up there. Neon yellow Corvette. Just left the shop. It is
10:30.
10:40. Not too bad.
Yeah,
Not too bad overall.
About time for dinner.
We're gonna go check in and probably find some garbage food to go eat.
Go stress eat for a little bit.
Go stress eat for a little bit, get some sleep, and then we'll reconvene with you guys probably tomorrow morning. Gonna try to get there for 8:30 and see if we could finish this car off tomorrow. Maybe get some downtime by the pool.
Yeah, that'd be nice, man.
Probably not, but
We'll see.
it gives us hope.
It's possible.
It gives us hope.
It's possible.